Thanks for joining us. Elected officials at Minnesota's largest school district are deciding the fate of a controversial school curriculum. The Anoka-Hennepin School Board is considering changes to the social-emotional learning curriculum for the district's elementary and middle schools. The Department of Education says these programs help build self-awareness and reduce behavior problems. District officials say they're required to have the programming, but some conservatives worry it brings liberal ideas to the classroom. The district could keep its current materials in place, make modifications, or develop a new program in-house. Meanwhile, district administrators say they might not have the time or staff to develop a new program before the next school year.
I personally consider what's behind these programs to be poison to our kids. I'll never vote for any of these programs. Aside from the one that we create here, because we can keep an eye on it.
It seems like this idea of developing our own option, well, might be nice to have, is a solution kind of in search of a problem.
The board tabled its decision. A vote is expected on May 19th. Hennepin County is bracing for a steep tax hike, one of historic proportions.
We are, and I'm being honest with everybody, looking at possibly the largest tax levy increase in the history of Hennepin County.
That announcement from Hennepin County Commissioner Jeff Lundy, who spoke on Friday before the Brooklyn Park City Council. Lundy says there's an explanation for the possible historic county tax hike. Proposals at the state capitol would shift costs from the state to counties to help the state address a looming deficit. That includes shifting the cost of Medicaid disability waivers to the county. Lundy said Hennepin is looking at $53 million in additional costs just from the state alone. State lawmakers are trying to pass a budget by May 19th, the final day of the legislative session. A company that was founded in Brooklyn Center now plans to relocate in the city due to its growth. New Horizon Academy Early Learning Center plans to move to a site at 7100 Brooklyn Boulevard. That location was previously a credit union. New Horizon would relocate there once its lease at its current location is up early next year. Existing New Horizon centers average just over 140 children and about 20 staff members. The company offers care for infants through preschool age. The Brooklyn Center City Council approved a conditional use permit to allow the daycare facility plan by unanimous vote. Proof Alliance is a nonprofit that helps Minnesota families dealing with fetal alcohol spectrum disorders find resources and connections. Today we show you how one Brooklyn Park family is benefiting. If you spend an afternoon with Tempe Thompson's kids, there won't be a dull moment.
We love having picnics in the yard.
Can't really do it, but I try.
We love going swimming. We love going on family road trips.
Thompson adopted Jessie, Lillian, and Trenton a few years back. That made her a single mom of 6.
By the kids coming into my life, I wouldn't change anything.
Those numbers don't come without challenges, especially since the adopted 3 all experienced fetal alcohol spectrum disorders.
The hardest part is dealing with the mental health system and trying to find resources and help for your child.
Try and do your trick.
She sees challenges for her children in school, at home, and in her own friendships.
I shy away from talking to people who don't know about it because they come with a lot of judgment. So that's really hard.
Thompson's found friendship, though, through groups like the Minnesota nonprofit Proof Alliance. FASD affects 1 in 20 kids in the United States, but it still isn't talked about much.
It can be really hard to find someone who understands the challenges that they're going through at their home.
Public Policy and Program Director Marissa Lang says Proof Alliance's goal is to ease the load and open up the conversation.
Since alcohol is in every community, fetal alcohol spectrum disorders is in every community.
Caregivers come in all shapes and sizes. They can be birth parents, adoptive parents, foster parents, even professionals who care for those with FASD. Even with federal cuts, Lang says Proof Alliance is well supported locally and emphasizes one thing: all are welcome.
Knowing more is definitely going to set that child up for success, right? Give them the strategies that they need, give them the support network that they need to be able to raise that child.
Proof Alliance will hold its caregiver conference in Brooklyn Center at the Heritage Center beginning May 15th. We'll post details on how you can take part at ccxmedia.org. Golden Valley is offering people a way to showcase their creativity throughout the city. The city has a collection of old wooden boards from an ice rink spread out across Garrity Park. Anyone is free to paint, draw, write, or doodle on these boards. City officials just ask that anyone who creates art make sure it's family friendly and that it doesn't cover someone else's work.
It's really fun to see, and especially when you see cool things like this or just being represented through the city. I feel like the city of Golden Valley has really artistic people. Over at Brookview, we have art like displays and showings as well, and so it really shows that people really do care about art and it's making an impact here in the city.
The so-called doodle boards will be up through May 8th. The city plans to put some of them on display at different parks later this month. Finally, this segment, if you're looking to add a little color to your home or pick up something for Mother's Day, there's an event happening in Brooklyn Park that also benefits local students. Tuesday marked the kickoff of Hennepin Technical College's annual plant sale. The college's landscape and horticulture program hosts the sale every year, offering hundreds of varieties of annuals, perennials, vegetables, and herbs that the students started growing in January.
This is insane. This is my second year doing the plant sale, and I would say this tenfold is way busier than it was last year. Super exciting.
All proceeds from the sale support students in horticulture, greenhouse production, and landscape design. The sale goes through May 8th and runs from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.